How dependent have you become on your mobile phone? Personally, as a college student and a parent, I use my phone for many things: paying bills, contacting family, playing games, among many other uses. But we all know, whether you're a parent, a student, or employee attending college, mobile phones have become an important part of our lives. We may use it for contacting family, or even professors, or even keeping track of our Twitter followers. Today I would like to talk about our mobile phone dependencies. I want to discuss the negative effects of our social, our physical, and mental dependency of mobile phones. So let's look at social dependency. Social dependency has overrun the way we contact family in a negative way. Physical social interaction has decreased with the use of mobile phones. The authors, Shepard, Parker, and Steiner, of the article "The Overuse of Mobile Devices and Their Detrimental Psychological Effects on Individuals," states how social media will start making social face-to-face communication more difficult. And we use our phone for many ways of contacting family and friends. That would be Facebook, text messaging, Snapchat, any kind of social media site. Now, social media helps us stay in contact with more people at once. However, human face-to-face interaction is important for social and emotional well-being. Mobile phones also make it impossible to portray your emotion. Have you ever had someone get upset with you about something you said? My teenagers have taken messages in a way of me attacking them, not in the way I intended for that conversation. These are just some downfalls of social dependency. So let's move on to some physical dependencies. Mobile phones have rendered us inert. Online shopping has increased with the use of mobile phones. This affects our physical activity because instead of walking around shopping, we are sitting down shopping on our phones. Mobile phones have changed some of our physical activities. For example, the way we obtain and read books. We now open an app, purchase an ebook, and then begin reading rather than going to a library or a bookstore. Another physical activity mobile phones have taken over is physically going to the movies. Now we just go on Netflix and watch it. Or for some other people, they might use their cell phones to look up illegal sites to watch movies in theaters for free. But people even get distracted at the gym because of their phones. Instead of working out, they decide they want to talk on their phones. But these are just some of the ways mobile phones have made us inactive. Let's move on to mental dependencies of mobile phones. Mental reliance has affected the psychological health. In the article, "Are Mobile Phones the 21st Century's Addiction?" by the authors Shambar, Vrigabana, and Zahawa, published on January 18, 2012, states mobile phone users exhibit dependent, habit-forming, addictive behavior, which proves how dependent we have become on mobile phones. When people lose or break their phones, they might go through symptoms of withdrawal, depression, anxiety, according to Shepard, Parker, Steiner's article, "The Overuse of Mobile Devices and Their Detrimental Psychological Effects on Individuals." I have experienced anxiety when I broke my phone, not because I needed it, because of the important information that was now inaccessible. Not only do we experience these symptoms, but mobile phones also cause much stress. Stress on relationships because of passwords, and preferred social interaction through a phone than face-to-face. An example is, I need a drink, so instead of going to get it myself, I text someone in the house right next to me to go get me a drink. Phones have become a limb, in a sense. You get these urges to look at your phone, similar to a nerve telling you that you have a pain in your body. These are just some parts of mental dependency. But let's move on to the mobile phone uses and their downfalls. There are many ways to use a phone, but it isn't always beneficial. Huffington Post published an essay called Confessions of a Phone Addict by Caitlin Becker. Although she talks mainly about her personal experience, she points out the many ways we use our mobile phones for daily activities, such as alarms, global positioning systems, commonly known as the GPS, a phone book, a to-do list, among many other things. Although these uses are convenient, they have their downfalls. One downfall is the limited time of use because of battery life. Another downfall would be using your phone as an alarm clock, as it can die due to a broken charger and your alarm doesn't go off. Then you don't complete the task, such as an appointment or going to a friend's wedding. Another downfall is using our phone as a phone book. Let's say, for example, you get arrested. You have that one phone call, but you just cannot recall the person's number you intend to contact. What do you do then? Today, you have learned about the many ways we have become dependent on our mobile phones. The ways we use our phones that have negative impacts on the things we do. People have become socially, physically, and mentally reliant on mobile phones. There are ups and downs to this kind of behavior. Now that we know how mobily dependent we are on our phones and how it can affect our lives negatively, it is time to change these actions and find ways to use our mobile phones less. We should think more like Nicolas Cage, who said, and I quote, "I use technology for communication, but I do not have a BlackBerry or an iPhone. I use an outdated cell phone, and I am fine with it." Thank you so much for listening, and you have a wonderful day.